beautiful girl, Leah. Can you believe it? You guys have been watching her grow up. She just turned 7 yesterday.
March 11th.
Oh, March 11th. My beautiful girl just turned 7. I'm so proud of her. She's doing great in school, straight A's. So everybody out there, I wish my beautiful Leah a happy birthday. Hope you guys enjoy it. Thanks for tuning in. If you like what you see, join me on Faba TV. Tomorrow night we have a great live class with Ronnie Mena. So make sure to tune in. It's free and it's an hour long and it's amazing. It's on Faba TV right here. Check this out. And then you can meet me at the convention, the Face and meet Leah at the convention, which is like 5 days. It's like a sleepaway art camp for adults. So if you're really serious about this, you love me, I want to meet you, you want to meet me, it works out. Join us at the convention. And then of course, if you need supplies, you know where to get them. Silly Farm, of course. One day Leah will own Silly Farm, right? All right, so with all that being said, let's get started. So these thingy-majiggies are called daubers, and they just fit right on your finger, and they're very good with those tap stencils and all the stencils to just fill them in. It is a little sponge on a finger thingy. So I just loaded my dauber with a little bit of the Ziva blue and a little bit of a lighter blue, so it's two-tone. And then what happens is when you just press it and give it a twist, you're going to get that two-tone. So it's good for making bubbles too, but I love this. So I'm going to use this as a centerpiece for my little, I'm going to be doing kind of like a floral headband with a braided rope, kind of, I can't see it here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start here, right in the middle of her eyebrows, and I just gave it a little bit of a twist, just like that. So that'll be the first place to start. I'll let that dry. Then I'm going to pick up my sponge, and I'm going to load one side with a lighter blue and one side with a purple to give her that little bit of color over her eyes. I loaded up with a little bit of my La La Land on one side. I love this color. It's a beautiful purple. Lavender purple, exactly. The other side, a little bit of Ziva blue. So I have both. So the first thing I'm going to do is have her close her eyes, and then I just kind of tap in the color in her eyelid right there. Both sides, tap it in, and then I flip it around for that blue. I'll tap that in, and then I kind of flip it back and forth to blend those two colors out so that I get a nice blend. Now if you can notice, I got a little bit of purple under here. These are the Paradise sponges. They're a little bit bigger, so sometimes they're bigger than the kid's eye, but that's okay because all I'm going to do is, if you don't have a baby wipe with you, I will just spritz the back side so that it's a little bit wet, not soaking wet. You don't want it wet because then it's just going to leave marks. I just use it as kind of like a wet wipe, clean it up, just like that. That way you don't always have to use all your baby wipes. Yes, you can, but you don't have to, right? Okay, all right. So now all I'm going to do is pick up a round brush and some white to create the headband. A little bit. Starting from the circle, I'm going to press, lift up a little bit. So I'm almost creating like a wavy line, okay, right across. And now I'm going to create kind of like that same effect, but it's going to be crossing over. So put your head down a little bit. So I start right at the tip of this line, and I'm going to go over and across just like that. And then the same thing here. So I'll make that one a little bit whiter. I'm going to start there just like that. So now I created that headband all the way across. So then right by the eyes, what I'm going to do is from the corners of the eyes, I'm going to make a very straight line and make these type of teardrops. So I lay my brush, just these wispy lines, but you want them to be very, very straight, and then you lay your brush at the end. So I'll do that on this side too. Very straight, press, very straight, press.
Very straight, press, very straight, press.
She does all the work for me. That's why I love her. She makes my life so easy. So just like that coming out of the eye, so that I have this contrast of like these thinner lines, this thicker line here, and then I can have more fun and play with it. The next thing that I'm going to do is pick up an Artie cake. This one is the blue Tattoo Rose, and I'm going to be picking up a smaller brush. This is a number 12. So I'm not picking up all of the colors. I'm just going to be picking up 3 of them because this brush is smaller, so you're not going to be able to grab all of the colors. I start off on my flower and I make a V, and that's going to be for my first petal. Just like that. So then I'll make another V next to it, and I'll make my second petal coming right off of it. And you want these long enough so that you can see that they're petals. So now I'm starting to build it because it is kind of like my flower braided crown. So that's going to be my third petal. And I'll work my way around. And then right in here too. Press, pull. I'll make that one a little longer too. Now once I let this dry, now I can start outlining this because I want to let this dry before I go and outline it and add any more things to it. I'm going to let that dry. That means I can work on my crown, outlining my crown right here. Load up my black, and this is a smaller brush. This is going to be a detail brush. So I'm going to pick whichever one to be the one that's on top. So I'm going to outline it in its entirety. So I just start outlining it all the way through, because this will be the layer that is on top. So now I'm just going to outline this one, but this is the one that's going to flow behind it. So you want to just outline every other one. So now that I've outlined that, I'll finish that across. Same thing on this side. And then just outline a piece of that. Now this area is dry. I'm going to first outline the inside of my flower. And you can go with a swirl like I'm doing there. And you can dress these up as much as you want. You can make it very henna-like and create these little scallops inside of it all the way around. If you want to give it that type of design. So now I'm just going to outline the petals. Fall asleep on me. So I'm just outlining them just like that. So now I have my little flower on her headband right here. Now I'm just going to finish it off. I'm going to create a little bit more embellishment. So I'm going to go dot, dot, they get smaller, and then I'm just going to follow this pattern all the way around. Okay, so I'm following it on the piece that's going to go over the top. Just dot smaller, they get bigger and smaller. Just to add a little bit of a nice kind of little design to it. Is that necessary? Sure, it's not necessary, but do I like it? Of course. So then I'll also fill in inside of my flower now that it's dry with a little bit of white inside of there, just to kind of give it that. And then what I'm going to do is have her close her eyes, and then I'm just going to fill in with some dots right in the corner of her eye. Start big and get smaller, just like that, so that I have kind of that little whimsical look. Last, my black on my liner brush, and I'm just going to give all of her little teardrops here a little bit of a shadow. Then I'm going to have her look up. Look your eyes up. And then all I'm going to do is just create a few little wispies under her eye on that side, kind of bottom lashes, and give her little dots in there. A little bit of a black too to really make it pop. And then I'll repeat that on this side. So I come out and then I come back and pull them. Just like that to give her some bottom lashes. I don't like to line the entire bottom of the eye or the entire top of the eye on little kids because sometimes it can be uncomfortable, or if they rub their eyes immediately it's going to mess it up. So again, just like that, went in there and gave it just that little bit of detail right inside of there. So I'm just going to pick up a little bit of a mixture for her lips, and then I'll just love this Athena brush for the lips. So just For me, I think it's one of my favorite brushes ever. And just gave her that beautiful color. And then I'll use a little bit of that magic magenta glitter. Open. Have her separate her lips so that I can primarily just put it on the bottom lip. The reason being is because that'll set from running on their teeth, because that happened. Picking up a little bit of my white fairy dust because I love this glitter. Tapping a little bit there, tapping a little bit there. Definitely on these edges, on those eyes right in there. A little bit there. And then very gently kind of dragging it along my headband. So I hope you guys enjoyed this fast tutorial of kind of like my rainbow headband or my new princess flower child. So I love it. It's easy, it's fast, especially if you want something different. The hippie headbands are in style right now. All the teens are wearing them. So you could put a 4-leaf clover there for St. Patrick's Day, or you can just play around with it and put a heart and use this in all different ways. So I hope you enjoyed it. Again, happy birthday, my beautiful girl. Thank you so much. She's thebomb.com. Again, join us on Fabit TV. Have a great day, everybody.